Welcome to Let's Talk About It, a podcast that gives a platform for real talk, real people, real topics, real conversations, real everything. This is a special edition right now. Me and my man Mario, we're just two average wrestling fans that's going to recap Wrestlemania weekend. We're going to go from, and we're going to do some two parts. This is part one. Stay tuned for part two later on. It'll be out the next day. This will drop this Wednesday, part one. Part two will drop on Thursday. Now, we're going to go over the Hall of Fame, SmackDown, NXT Stand Deliver, and Night One of WrestleMania on this part right here. I'd like to introduce my co-host, my guest, my man Mario. What's going on, baby?
Hey, Lou, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I know it's been a long day for both of us. Yeah, I mean, right now we go not run through this. We go give our opinions about the Hall of Fame and SmackDown and the whole WrestleMania crew and the Monday Night at the Raw. This is just two wrestling fans giving their opinions, and the fans do matter. It matters for everything. So this is going to be it right here. So overall, before we get into this, Murray, I'm gonna ask your opinion because you and I have not talked about this at all. So this is our first time to talk about this. The overall experience. How'd you like the whole weekend? The overall experience?
It was different than from what I experienced before. It was very different. I mean, the energy was different. Storylines was real different. The quality of the matches was very different. This was overall the best, and to say that this was a starting point that everyone wanted, not just me as a fan, but as the wrestlers as well. Everyone in that team, from the WWE team, this is what everyone wanted. I feel like this is a fresh start.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say mine for later. Mine was not like where you saying it. So, because I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, me and Mario, we're gonna have difference of opinions about this whole WrestleMania weekend. We definitely gonna have it. But my man, let's start with the Hall of Fame, my man. So let's start because I was kind of surprised that Paul went first. I really was.
I was too, but I did not understand the reason why Paul Heyman had went first until we got to the very end, and The Rock inducted his grandmother into the his grandmother into the Hall of Fame. But I was so confused. Well, I was confused because I thought Paul Heyman was probably the headliner for this event.
Yeah. Well, I would go in order, but I want to say Paul for last. What do you think about The Rock's speech with his grandmother?
It was well deserved. I mean, it was well put together by The Rock, and I can understand why he wanted to induct his grandmother. It was long overdue. Probably the only female wrestling promoter that I know of, especially back then, when it was a male-dominant business. And the only thing that she was trying to do in that time was honor her late husband's wishes, was to promote wrestling within Hawaii and that territory. So I can understand, why they had to put her on there. I can understand why she had to be put on last. This was different. I never saw a female promoter that would get inducted into the Hall of Fame last. Usually, it's for big name people or someone who everyone's more familiar with. But I can understand why she was put on last, and I could respect that. I really can.
Well, I'll tell you, Leah Mavia, she was like that underrated promoter. Like now, she dealt with all the people, the McMahons, the Crockett's. I mean, she was bringing big name stars to the islands, man, and drawing a lot of money. I get it. I respect it. I still felt she should have went first. That's just me.
Mhm.
I know. I do respect The Rock for honor his grandmother and everything that she did for this business. I don't know how much it was true, right? He did what's that Young Rock show or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that was true about what they did with her. But I respect that. But overall, the speech was very good. I know her daughter came out and took the award and said some good things about her. So I respect that one. I'm glad to go on from there, but it was pretty good. Now I want to ask your opinion. I want to go first on this one. Thunderbolt Patterson. This brother had to be the most longest speech in the world. Half the shit I wasn't understanding he was talking about. I do know he was a pioneer for, I guess you want to call African Americans or Black culture back in the day. And he went through a lot of shit, a lot. And if they didn't stop him, bro, he could have told a whole damn biography story about everything he did. I do appreciate what they did for the Hall of Fame, but he does have a lot of stories about his come up in professional wrestling. Maybe they do like an A&E by what's a biography or
Mhm.
whatever it is, but that's what. How about you?
I thought it was a little bit too long. I did enjoy hearing some of his stories. I thought that he was probably gonna let out the cat out the bag with some of those stories. Actually get to
Yeah.
know some real juicy gossip that no one's even been told before.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes,
I,
sir.
Thunderbolt Patterson, he was before my age. I actually got to see maybe one or two wrestling matches of him before the Hall of Fame just to see what he was about. And
Yeah.
he was different. Not many guys are like him, especially in
Mm-hmm.
this day and age where you see more ethnicities wrestlers in this day and age before and during than before during his time.
Well, hey, you know what? Like I said, I hope they do it for him in the future. This one, I'm gonna let you go first on this one. I thought this was an emotional one. It was a USA Express. They did the US Express. Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham. As you know, they was the first WrestleManias, and it's a shame because Mike's son Bray just died a few months ago, and it was very emotional. And but I was really heartbreaking for Mike. It was hard for him to go through it. I totally understand about losing a
I,
child. I love the Fireflies at the end for it. I mean, that was special right there, and well deserved for Barry Windham, Mike Rotunda. I mean, how about you?
uh, if you notice, during their Hall of Fame speech, they wore the colors black and red in honor of Bray Wyatt because those are
Yeah,
the wrestling colors that he wore, black and red. Especially with
yeah,
the Fame, I thought it was what's the word I'm looking for? Not it was perfect. It
yeah,
was perfect. That's all. That's the only word that comes to my mind. To try to show some kind of tribute to him. I think before in the past, when wrestlers had passed away, or they would honor this happened with Eddie Guerrero. The year that he had passed away, the next year they honor him into the Hall of Fame. That didn't happen with
yeah.
Bray Wyatt this year, and for whatever reasons, maybe it was too much stress, too much. It was going to be too emotional. That didn't happen. I think the right choice
Yeah.
was made to induct Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham into the Hall of Fame, and eventually Bray Wyatt will get his turn
He better.
at the right time. I don't think right now it's the right time for that to happen.
Okay. All right. Hey, I think they should do it within the next 2 or 3 years. Definitely. Maybe I don't know because you know what, with him, his career was shortened. You know what I mean? Right? I think I think he was in there for 10
Hmm.
years, but they'll probably give him like another 4 or 5 years with it. Before they bring him in, but he deserves his flowers, man. Seriously,
Yeah.
his creativity was off the chain. Like what I mean, right? I don't know if you watched this documentary. That inspired me to get more creative. I'm not gonna lie to you. it's just amazing. But let's go with Muhammad Ali. His widow came out, Lonnie Ali. I'll let you go first by his induction to the Hall of Fame.
I'm glad that Muhammad Ali was inducted. Not many people knew that he was more involved in wrestling than there was. I think he even showed up to WCW at one point, made an appearance there. What upset me about this at first, because I did not know that his widow was gonna there at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
The Undertaker was there, and in the back of my mind, I know he's a Muhammad Ali fan. He said it before in his documentary. Um, why is the Undertaker talking about Muhammad Ali? Undertaker had nothing to do with him except him being a fan. That got me riled up. That got me upset. And what I was thinking in my head, why isn't a family member there to accept this? And then when I saw his widow, his wife, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll accept that. Yeah, because this is
I mean, what happened to his daughter though? What happened to his daughter? I mean, I don't know why his daughter didn't come out.
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah, I understand that right there. I was like, right, the whole People's Champion belt. I get it. Rocky needed permission and all like that, and it looked like he was not expecting that shit at all. He was not expecting the whole People's Champion belt.
I was not that thing that. If anything throw the curveball at me, it would be this one particular Hall of Fame, Muhammad Ali, Undertaker being there, and then his wife, his widow being there, and then the belt,
Yeah,
the being the bow or the on the front, the proper bow on the front, and then giving it to The Rock. Because I did not,
and
I didn't even know that The Rock had to ask permission to call himself the People's Champ.
yeah. Well, I know. I think he referenced it a couple years ago that he has permission from because Muhammad Ali used to call himself the People's Champ all the time, and Muhammad was like, "Yeah, go with it," but he was suffering through what's Alzheimer's badly, or no, not Alzheimer's. What did he have? Oh, I forgot what he had, but he was going through it.
Yep.
So I mean, I'm not trying to put him down. The belt, yeah, it was good, I'm happy for The Rock he got it. Like you said, I agree with the Undertaker. I don't know why he was there. We don't know the scenes with the daughter or anything like that. Like, no, we're not gonna get into conspiracy with it. But here's what it is. Then we go get to Bull Nakano. I saw her maybe once or twice back in the day. Don't know much about her. I know about the Blaze girl. I saw her a couple times. I thought it was very good. I know she was very influential in Japanese wrestling, and especially the whole strong style because they go. I don't know how much Japanese wrestling you watch. They go. I mean, they hit as hard as luchador wrestling. I mean, it's almost they're on the same level. It's like
I remember seeing one Japanese match, and I can't remember the names, but like they were throwing chops at each other to see who can hit the loudest, and you can actually hear those chops on the chest echoing.
Okay.
And that's I mean, like Bull Nakano, she looks a lot different than over 20 years ago. A lot different. I mean, when I was seeing
good though.
When I saw pictures of her back then compared to now, I mean, like, I mean that I can't believe that that's her right now.
Yeah. I mean, to me, she looked better now than she did back in the day. I was like, I mean, she looked like she was in shape to go right now, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Oh yeah. But I mean, when she was talking about her struggles and trying to communicate and stuff like that, I mean, like, I didn't realize that there was so much of a struggle for her just to be able to communicate to people, to be able to be in that business and stuff like that. I mean, you heard her talk about it. I can imagine that the way it is right now, especially with these Shinsuke Nakamura, Damage Control. I
Yeah,
mean, they WWE probably has other people, translators or people to help them get
yeah,
by versus than
yeah.
how they did it back then. Because those stories that she told, I'm like, that happened then.
Yeah. Imagine
Wow,
that. Imagine her trying to get a hotel room or a cab or like that. And
she struggled.
I mean, how much involvement did these other promotions help her get these places, get to a show, rent a car? It was a tough story, but like I said, we'll get through this one. This is the main event. Okay, Paul Heyman. I personally, I was kind of cringing a little bit with some of the shit he was saying.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room?
Oh,
I
Stephanie?
can't believe that he mentioned Brock Lesnar not once but twice.
Yes. Well, he had to. He had to, man. He was with him for what, 10 years or so, 15 years?
And this is the part where I mentioned earlier where I feel that the energy has changed because back then, and I'm not going to name this person's name, but I think everyone knows who I'm referring to. Back then, this would have never happened. You could have never mentioned someone's name who's involved in some kind of scandal or some kind of controversy. That person's name would never be mentioned on WWE TV.
Oh, shit. I mentioned it's fucking Vince. I said it's Vince. Vince McMahon. Fuck that shit. It's Vince. I'll say it for you. Go ahead.
Um, but Paul Heyman had the balls to do what he wanted to do, to say what he wanted to say, and you know what?
Absolutely.
He fucking deserved it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. See, I was happy seeing Steph there. I really was. I was happy seeing Steph McMahon there. I mean, you gotta have some type of McMahon in the audience. And I ain't gonna lie, yo, Steph was looking good. She aging better as she gets older. I ain't gonna lie, she looks real good. Yeah, did he say a lot of obscenities and shit like that? I get that, but that's just Paul, man. Like, and Paul was so right. Like, if you want to fire me, fire me. He gonna come back bigger and better than ever before. Like, Paul runs that shit. You can't touch Paul. You
I
can't.
mean, you think about the matches right now. Will we ever have a tables, ladders, and chairs matches if it wasn't for ECW when they had
Yeah.
tables, ladders, and chairs when they went to Extreme?
Yep.
Would the
They
Inferno
started
match
off.
ever have been created if it wasn't for ECW
Yep.
setting their ring on fire?
ECW started everything, bro. It started everything. It started the whole. Like, I'll tell you right now, AEW wouldn't have nothing to follow if they didn't have ECW. WCW followed them. They started doing stuff. The Attitude Era came off of ECW. Everything followed off of ECW.
Hmm.
Paul is a genius. He deserves everything. He's just, and he's just so blunt. And I like blunt people. I don't like people like the little fake book people, the fake book friendly people. Like, I'm perfect and shit. He ain't gonna cover none of it. He says he gonna say whatever he wants. And I love that man.
Hmm.
Final words about Paul. Go ahead.
I
Come on. I know you want to say
think.
it. Say it.
uh,
Say Vince. Say Vince.
so my favorite quote from Paul Heyman, and I think he was referring to uh, Bradshaw. The only reason he's became champion is because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was an ECW thing. I remember that. But he was honest though. You know what? He didn't lie about shit. He just told everybody the truth, and everybody thought it was funny. He
Hmm.
was telling about everything.
Hmm.
You gotta respect that, man. You gotta respect it.
What I love about Paul Heyman is that as much as he talks about his failures, he's also talking about his success and how he got to the point where he got to in his career.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, in the Hall of Fame, he's it's not about the money. It's about what you choose to do in life and how you keep on going and going through the failures to try to get to that success. And that's the part that I really love about Paul Heyman, because he went from one promotion to a different promotion to a different promotion to a different promotion, and I think I'm pretty sure he was fired from WWE before, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was far from everywhere.
Yeah,
WCW, WWE.
NWA or
He was fired. I think he got fired down in the Mid South shit. I think he was down there for like a spell, like
yeah.
a year. But anyway, doesn't matter. Mario, I know I started off wrong because I was supposed to talk about SmackDown first. I just want to get the Hall of Fame out the way, pay Paul his homage. SmackDown. All right. The show started off with the KO show.
Hmm.
Okay. You got Kevin Owens, you got Randy, you got Logan, and my man Logan Paul, he was over there across the street the link. Which, by the way, I want to add this, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody reference Philadelphia, Philadelphia, Philadelphia. I'm in Philadelphia. It's Philly. Okay? Philly. Yes, it's Philadelphia. Technically, I'm from Philly. I was born and raised in Philly. I'm an Eagles fan all day, every day. It's Philly. Let's get that straight. Anyway, back to the show. It's better to be an Eagles fan and a Phillies fan than a so-called Astros fan, but that's another topic for another time. But
that one hurt. That one hurt.
It's best to get swept by the Yankees. But anyway, back to SmackDown.
At least we don't have players like Adonis Chapman.
So, they went to that little skit. Logan Paul was across the street the link. Randy and Kevin, they was on their little spill working together. And so they decided to go across the street, right? Then you got my boys, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, running at them, get on the golf cart, going back and forth. They try and do all this stuff. What do you think about that segment? It was a C grade for me.
I actually loved the segment. I thought Karen Owens delivered a great promo, basically holding up the storyline. I wasn't so thrilled. I'm not a Paul Logan fan. I'm sorry, I'm just not. I thought it was awesome how he and Randy left the arena to go across the street to the stadium in the golf cart.
Yeah,
That was hilarious. That was very hilarious. I thought it was good. I did. I honestly thought it was good. I loved the promo.
Okay. See, ladies and gentlemen, we have different opinions, of course. Then we get to the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. They do it every year. The SmackDown before the Royal Rumble. Went through quick, very, very quick. I do want to mention, I think there was a blunder. I think when Bronson threw Kazawa, and I think Owens was supposed to catch him. He overshot him. He went hard into the railing. Hard. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Yeah, I did.
He looked like he was halfway dead. Because it was funny as hell. But see how the whole match was going. You got Bronson, Kazawa, Ricochet. And I'm saying to myself, please don't let Ricochet win this shit. Because I am so sick of his low ass. They need to boo his ass out of there. I can't stand him. Secretly, I did want it to be a little funny and let Kazawa win by accident.
No.
But
no.
I was very happy with Bronson. I thought he's been pushing, he's been working. I think that's like a something to give him back from not going to Australia where he's from. I was happy he won it. I give it the whole battle royal. I give it a B-, and yeah, I give it a B-. But go ahead.
What I loved about the match is that when Almost came in, he eliminated Kid Wilson.
Oh,
and then Elton Prince had the nerve to eliminate himself because no one else wanted to help them to tag team.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
In the beginning, that was hilarious.
That was funny.
And then the whole showdown between Reed, Bar, and Otis. I mean, like,
Yes, the
I
meat.
mean, you call it Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Mm-hmm.
Andre the Giant's a big man, and it's
Yeah,
only fitting that there was a showdown between these three big men in our era. Um, I think the right man won this battle royal the way it's
yeah,
meant to be. It's Andre the Giant. He's a big man. So is
yep.
Bronson. He's also a big man. It's fitting. I love it. I got no complaints about that. I love the match.
Well, let me ask you a question. Well, how did you feel when they gave it to Jay Uso last year?
I ain't like it. Nah, I saw no sense for it.
Told you. See, and you're right. It's supposed to be the big man, but I think that's just a way for them to that little push. That's a little push for the guys.
Well,
And Jay went off. Right. Remember the year before they had what's that Madcap guy, and they gave him a big push, and then he flopped.
yeah.
Now it's gonna be up to Bronson now. So we'll see what Bronson does. I like Bronson really. I think he's a hard worker. I think he's gonna do big. Anyway, so let's get to back. Shit, no, actually went over. All right. We gonna get to the Logan Paul promo. He came back in. Randy and Kevin came out underneath the ring. They surprised him. They gave him a stunner. They gave him an RKO. I know you're not a Logan Paul fan. That one was okay. I give it a B minus. That segment. I know. I'm just saying.
This promo, you're talking about Logan Paul.
Yeah, I give it a B minus.
You get
No, I'm talking about the whole segment, not the promo. I'm giving the whole
okay.
segment a B minus.
That was all right. The thing that gets on my nerves is like when Logan Paul is trash talking. He's talking trash to the crowd. Um, I mean, like there has to be better things that can be said, in the promo. Again, I thought that Kevin Owens held up this storyline for the most part,
Yo,
and that's if anything that made this segment great is probably Kevin Owens,
yeah,
and jumping in the cart, getting back in the cart, going back to the arena, doing all those things, the stunner, you know, it was all right. For me, it was
don't
all
forget,
right.
Logan Paul needs people. He needs people. He's not the best promo guy, but you
I'm just
gotta
gonna
give
say,
him big
I'm
credit.
just
He
gonna say
got
that
skill.
his mic skills needs a little bit more work.
A lot more work, bro. But I gave it a B minus because they, without Randy and Kevin going with it, gave him the stunner, gave him the RKO. I was good with it. I gave him that one. Next we get to the whole. They went to Dragon Lee. He gets attacked. Nobody saw him get attacked. So it's a little conspiracy thing with that. I'm gonna tell you. But then we get to Selena Vega versus Electra Lopez. Andretti was Andre. I can't pronounce his name.
Andretti,
Yeah, what? Yeah, yeah. And
Andretti.
yeah, Andretti. Right. you know, the match was at best a C. You know,
It sucked. Just say it sucked.
listen, I'm giving them the best. I'm giving them a C minus. I'm trying to be fair with them. You know what I mean? Like, they're going through the whole motion about, Andrade.
I think that was the whole
There you
point
go.
for this match. It wasn't so
Yeah.
much to have a good match, to have a perfect match. It's so that way Andrade can be in the card for WrestleMania to join Rey Mysterio.
Why
That
didn't
was
you
the
do
whole
it from the
point for
fucking
this
beginning?
match.
Why didn't you do it from the beginning? I mean, listen, I like the Dragon League guy. I like him, but dude, we see him so many damn times. Andrade came back from AEW. Just put it for the beginning. Enough of this, because okay, you showed up. He's hurt. Nobody knows who hurt him. They say maybe that I don't know. Everybody else hurt him. Who knows? Andrade might hurt his ass and take his ass out. Nobody knows, right? But I do like this LWO storyline. I really do. Ray, Escobar. I like how it's going. It goes back and forth. it's given opportunity to a lot of Latino wrestlers that didn't get that much opportunity. They didn't get that much camera time. And they put them all together, which I like that. And it's starting to turn, and especially you got Dom all over the place. He's floating here, floating there. They give him Selena time, they give him Electra time. I love it. But I'm still giving it a C because I'm trying to be nice because you know they're two beautiful women. Then we get to Naomi.
They did their job. They did their job, and the match wasn't supposed to be perfect. It was meant for a storyline, so I'm okay with that.
But you said earlier sucked though. You said it sucked though, right? As you said.
Yeah, it sucked. It was all right, but it sucked. It was all right. You know, I'm not gonna like every match.
See, ladies and gentlemen, he is a brutal co-host. Let's get to Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill. First time ever now, you got three, I guess, so-called, I don't say African-American, black women in their promo. They souping them up. They're souping up Jade. They're putting her around two well-known stars to give her little star power. We still haven't seen her really wrestle anybody yet. So, what do you think about putting those three women together?
It's very organic. I mean, you can actually tell that their energy, they're just being themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's one of those things where you don't really see a line of female superstars, and I don't think it really has happened before, other than maybe Charlotte Flair and the Four Horsewomen. You don't see female superstars lined up like that. It can be, I think, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi, and maybe just one more piece of that puzzle is probably missing to make a fraction team.
Okay, all right.
That's how special this is. I would like to see them as a faction one day, if possible. But we'll just see how this goes.
Well, next up we got. I'm gonna make this one quick because I'm giving this. I think it was a pretty entertaining match. The New Catch Republic, Tyler Bates, Pete Dunne versus Waller and Theory. I give it a B, a solid B. I give it a solid B. It was entertaining. Well, I'm sorry. One of my notes. I got a B minus. I'm sorry, B minus.
What'd you like
solid,
about the match?
Entertaining match. It was entertaining. It was kind of clownish, but you know what? Dunne and Bates do some good shit. They really do some good things. And Waller and Theory played up very, very well. They sell very well. I'm going by selling reactions. That's what I'm going by. That's why I give them a B, because they sell very good. Then you got the Judgment Day attacking both teams. So overall, the segment, I give it a solid B.
That was good. I actually like Dunne and New Catch Republic. I thought that they did pretty good. I'm not too. I don't know. Waller and Theory, they just. I don't know. Something's missing about that team that they need, just to make them blow up. I think they have what it takes to make it as a tag team. For me, it's just something's there. It's missing. I'm not sure if it's the gimmick that Waller's doing. Theory can probably do well on his own. Overall, the tag team match, it was pretty good. I got no complaints about it. It's there for what it was supposed to be there for.
Then we got LA Knight's promo. I'm telling you right now, you may not agree with this. I'm starting to give him. He's starting to downgrade with me now. He is now the catchphrase guy. He says the same shit over and over again. I gave him a C. I gave him a fair grade over it. He's just a catchphrase guy. He hit lightning in a bottle, and everybody just does the yeah. He sells merchandise, but his promo is always the same. Go ahead.
I thought he was a bit overrated. He's overrated. Like you said, he says the same thing over and over again. He needs to say something new. He's creative. Don't get me wrong. He's very creative.
Mm-hmm.
After a while, you get tired of hearing the same thing over and over again. For me, I get tired of hearing the same thing over and over again. Say something different.
He's just a catchphrase guy. That's all he is. That's all he's catchphrase. Then we get to the main event of SmackDown: Jey Uso versus Solo, his brother. Which I think this is probably the first time those two ever went against each other. So you got Jay had to fight his other brother, and now he's gonna fight his baby brother. The whole match, you already saw the match. Jimmy comes in, he interferes, same old bullshit. Seth and Cody comes in, and then Cody whips both of them. He throws this little promo. I wish Solo would stop selling. I wish they stopped asking him to sell all the time. I think you built him up, and now you're bringing him back down. He's taking losses, he's taking whips. I mean, I like the kid, but it put him in a bad spot. And I know he's giving back to the fans and all that shit. They're giving back to the fam in the WWE. That's just my point of it. I gave it a C, the whole damn thing, and I gave it a C minus. Go ahead.
I like the match. Probably the whole best part about that match is probably the ending. Not so much on the wrestling, not so much on them two. It wasn't even about the storyline. Probably for me the best part was when Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins came out and attacked Jimmy and Solo, and Cody Rhodes was using the weight belt on Jimmy.
Yeah.
I liked that. And the thing that Cody said that basically gave everything away is that for me, it gave the ending away. When one good story ends, when one good story ends, an even better one begins. So that's just set up the entire mood for WrestleMania.
Yep. Thank you. You give away too much. Mr. M, let's get to NXT Stand and Deliver, which, in my opinion, was better. No, I'm sorry. Only 2 matches was better than the whole card last year. But we gonna kick it off. We gonna get into the first match. It was for the NXT Tag Team Championships. You got Braun Breaker, you got my man Baron Corbin, the Wild Dogs or Corn Dogs as I call them. Against Nathan Frazier and I can't pronounce this guy's name.
Axiom.
Axiom. Okay. I thought it was a good match. I am not gonna lie to you. Braun hits the shit out of those ropes. Axiom was doing some good kicks. They got good, those two. I would never thought Frazier and the other guy would be pretty good together. Even Braun and Baron was good together. I thought it was a good match, overall match. They spots, and I'm not gonna lie, I give it a high B, A minus match.
It was a good match. A lot of high flyings, a lot of risk taking between both teams. That's what a tag team match is supposed to be. Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker came out on top. Still tag team champions. I like the match overall. It is what it's supposed to be, a tag team match. You don't see.
Side note, how much is Braun gonna keep on going back and forth? When are they gonna take the belts off him?
Good question.
Yeah, unless he gonna keep on going, unless he wants to go back and forth. Because sooner or later they're gonna have a storyline for them. Even though I mentioned it later on, but let's continue. What was irritating to me, I don't like these 4, is the metaphor people, guys. That it's the guy, the 2 girls, and the guy called a metaphor.
Mm-hmm.
Their promos, or I guess they're supposed to be irritating as fuck. I saw them wrestle a couple of times. I think they're garbage. I ain't gonna lie to you. Uh, all their promos the whole night, I give it a letter E because I didn't like none of them, especially they wore the Cowboys jerseys. I really didn't fucking like that shit. So I'm going to. We're not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna skip that one right there. Sorry. let's get to the North American Championship. My man Obi Fuma, Dijak, and Josh Briggs. I'm gonna let you go first.
I fucking love this match. I want to say that this is probably my favorite match on the card. Briggs uses Dijak to flip over the top rope and lands on Fiend on the announce table. And then you see double choke slam on Fiend.
Yes.
And then Briggs and kicks Dijak from the top turnbuckle. The best part about this is when Femi had Dijak and Briggs on the top of his shoulder and dropped them both.
Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I wasn't expecting this match to be so damn good. I wasn't.
How about a choke slam into the chair? I dropped. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Seriously? The dude was in a chair. I thought that was a great spot, bro. I give it an A, solid A match. You're right. It was phenomenal. I did not know that was Dijak's like 6th or 7th time trying to get that North American title. That was the 6th or 7th time he has tried. He's been in a North American Championship match, and he's lost all of them. All of them. I only remember once. I think he fought Keith Lee when Keith Lee was here.
Mhm.
And they had some battles. And I like Dijak, man. I didn't like his character. He came up. What the hell was that? With the he came up with that group.
I can't remember.
Yeah, but it was so stupid. I like this character. The match was to me like 4 3/4 stars. I loved it up and down. I love the choke slam into the chair. I thought that was comical. That was a good spot. I fucking love that one right there. I did. Brother, let's get to the Mean Girls match. JC James, Kiana James, Izzy Dane versus Fallon Henley, Kalani Jordan, and Thea Hall.
I couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into it. I thought it was 10 minutes too long.
They made a long match. I thought this could have been 5 minutes or less. See, if it was JC Jane and maybe Fallon and Thea, Thea Hale has to be. She's the best one of all of them. She's like she's with the chase you people, the loud one. She has skill. Now, if it was a one-on-one match, maybe her Izzy Dane, but the 6 didn't match. There was a lot of sloppiness. They was waiting for the other person to set up. I gave it a C. I'm being nice because I'm a JC Jane fan. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm being nice to that one. Go ahead. What's your final thought for that one? I know it didn't flow for you.
The match should have been a lot shorter than what they gave them. I thought 10 minutes was too long for that match. I didn't like it. I'm just gonna be honest. I did not enjoy that match whatsoever.
The official time was 12 minutes and 38 seconds.
It should have been
so you give 2 minutes?
Yeah, 2 minutes. Yeah.
Bro.
2 minutes is good enough. I mean,
ladies and gentlemen, he's brutal as hell, isn't he?
I'm a wrestling fan first. I mean, if I want to see, I want to see action. I mean, but those characters, with those female characters, or with those personalities, I mean, you would want to see more.
Yeah.
it just wasn't doing it for me. It just wasn't. You know.
I get it. Ladies and gentlemen, when they announce something that I've been praying for, I talked about this for 3 years, and I thought they was going to do it all the above. Right? I wanted an intercontinental title for the women. Right? I wanted that for 3 years for the middle card. Right? Now they're doing an NXT North American Women's title, which I'm telling you right now, I am bravo for that. There's a lot of women out there that's very good. NXT probably has the better women's division than up top on the main roster, in my opinion, talent-wise, future talent-wise, somewhat. But it gives the women more of an opportunity to you can even bring the women like Natalia and Shotzi, if Shotzi's still here, or like even Chelsea Green, which I love her. Let them come down. Let the matter of fact, give the title to somebody on the main roster first, and just give everybody else more opportunity. Let everyone fight them out. I'm so happy they're making this title for the women. They deserve it. They needed a mid card title because not too many women's go get the big title shot. Okay, so what do you think about that?
I loved it. It gives women more opportunities to advance in their career. I think,
Mhm.
especially to make the name for themselves, to be able
That's
to
good.
get up higher on the card and probably reach a different level of status if they choose to go to SmackDown or Raw. But NXT is really where it all starts, especially like with for the females. You know, now you don't see that many females title holders, especially in this business.
Need
Um,
more.
we need more. We need more females wrestling.
Well, speaking of women's title, let's go to the NXT women's title. I'm gonna let you finish it out. Uh, I first and foremost, I gave this match a D. It was dirt poor for me, and I'm gonna tell you why. I never liked in any division, men, women, or whether, playing on the injury role. If it's legit or whatever or not, just to get the title off of somebody. Uh Roxy Perez, she beats Lyra, played on the injury role, was not on the same page. Everybody's kicking out each other's finishers. I do love the Roxy character now. She reminds me of Cora Jade. Now put them two together, that's gonna be a nice little togetherness for them. I like where she's coming now. Forget the little sweet Roxy thing. She's doing a whole little mean girl thing. Did they need to take the title off her to put on Roxy? Maybe because they're trying to bump her up real fast. But overall, I thought the match was stupid, slow, sloppy. I did not like it, not one bit. I thought it was the worst women's title match I've seen in a long time. So I'll change my grade. I'll give it a D plus C minus. And you go.
Is that just because of the injury angle that Roxy played?
I hate it. I can't. I don't like it. I don't know if it's legit or whatever. I don't like it. I thought the match wasn't even all that good. I really didn't. I didn't like the match. I just didn't like it. I wasn't into it like how we wasn't into the 6-woman match. It just didn't flow. They played too much on the injury angle. I don't like that. That's just me.
Okay, I'm not gonna be too harsh with them. The because I did like the match. I didn't see a problem with the injury angle, especially when you
Mhm.
see other wrestlers like Eddie Guerrero did an injury angle, Ric Flair did an injury angle. The same
Everybody
thing
does.
happened. The same thing happened.
Tired of it.
Uh,
Tired of it.
the only thing that the only thing that confused me is with Tim Paxley jumped from the barricade and attacks oh how do you wow how you pronounce the name, the champion, Riley Kira. That's the only thing that confused me. I don't know why that specific part had to had happened, but
It's a
uh,
storyline been going on for a while now. It's stupid. It makes no sense. But go ahead.
that's the only part that I did not like about that match. Overall, I thought it was pretty good. The uh, whole put out of the match was pretty good. You had Perez winning by submission with the crossface. I liked the ending.
We disagree again. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do this all night. I'm telling you right now. Next, let's get up to the NXT Championship. Now, I'm going to let my man go first. Ilya Dragunov versus the Don, Tony D'Angelo. You go first, sir.
I actually thought that Tony D'Angelo would come out on top. I didn't know why Dragunov would keep the belt. The match was pretty good. I like the match. Double clothesline. Uh, you see Tony do a forearm shot to Dragunov, and then Dragunov do a high risk move, missed the shot, and hit the steel post. At the end, Dragunov wins to retain the title with the H bomb from the top turnbuckle. I thought that was pretty good.
Okay, before I give my answer, I forgot to ask you: was it the right call or wrong call for tag team titles? Breaker and Corbin winning.
I think that was the right call.
Okay, I thought it was the right call. The North American Championship, Uma Thurman, whatever his name is, him retaining.
I really did want to see Dijak win that championship. Looking back, I think it was the right call for Femi to stay champion.
Yeah, I think he should stay. He should stay for at least another few months. I thought it was the wrong call for Perez to win the title. I don't know what you think.
I actually don't mind Perez winning the championship, but then again, if Valkyria had stayed champion, I wouldn't have mind that either.
Now let's get to Dragunov. We already know the outcome. Ilya is still the champion. I thought again, it was an A match, but I had to give it the minus because they playing on injury again. I don't like playing on injuries. I do not like it. I stand alone on this. I think it takes away from it. The hammer bomb on the table through the table, I thought it was excellent. Dragunov, I thought was the right call about keeping the title on for a little while longer. I don't know who's going to take it from him, but I thought it was the right call. Overall, it was a very good match, very good, entertaining match. But I do feel I do give him minus because I thought Dragunov actually carried it more than D'Angelo. I think D'Angelo is there, but he needs that dance partner, if you know what I'm saying, to really lead him with it. He's good, he's getting better, but Dragunov has that experience to really orchestrate that match better, and that's why I gave it an A minus. Because if it was somebody else, I would have gave it a C or a D. But Dragunov did a good job, and I thought it was the right call. Keep the title. Go ahead.
Again, I thought that Tony D'Angelo was gonna win the NXT championship. Nah, that didn't happen. I can kind of understand why Dragunov stayed champion, which I'll talk about when we discuss the next match.
Well, let's get right to it, baby. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. Come on down. What you got?
I see Trick Williams as probably being the next champion in NXT down the road.
No.
No, why not?
I think they're gonna put it on him. Yeah, I don't think he deserves it. I don't think he's gonna be a good champion. But go ahead. Hey, who knows, man? Listen, they put the no mind. I'll talk about him later on. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. I liked it. I thought the whole setup of the match was excellent. you see what? Oh, and this is one of those things that I think you said that you didn't like. You see Williams hurt ribs off
Yep.
off the exposed steel turnbuckle when
Well, that wasn't too bad. That I'm talking about, like they coming in with all wrapped up and shit like that. I hate that. That's why I hate. But that's if it's during the match, that's yeah. But you coming in that way, it just throws me off. But go ahead.
and then you should also see the ref getting involved when when Trick Williams collides with the ref, and then you see repeated chair shots to Hayes, a low blow to. Then there's the low blow to Williams that the ref didn't see, which made it excellent. Uh, Hayes collides with the ref and then starts kicking him. I guess Williams. I thought the whole setup of the match was perfect. I think the right man won that match. Twerk Williams, considering he's of course from Philadelphia, Philly,
Nah,
Philly,
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 Philly.
Philly. Come on, right man won it. I felt bad for the referee. Uh, uh we haven't seen that in a while. The ref getting knocked down so many
No,
times. I haven't seen that since the Attitude Era. You know what I mean? So I thought that was comical. The ending was good. Overall, it was okay. I'll give it a B plus. I'm a little bit critical on it. You know, it was okay. It was okay. Anyway, we are past Stand Deliver. Let's get to night one. This is the last segment of this one, ladies and gentlemen. This is WrestleMania night one. My man Mario has the results because him and I had a little before it happened. We picked the winners of every match. I'm not going to brag, but I think I did better. But anyway, but he will relieve the winners of it. So let's get to the first match after the Triple H intro. Welcome to WrestleMania. All good. Yada yada yada. Let's get to the World's Women Championship. My girl Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. Now they said Becky was sick. I'm gonna let it go. You go first, sir, and then after you go first, let me know who did we pick. But go ahead with Becky and Rhea.
okay. Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. I thought their entrance was phenomenal, both of them. You see Rhea Ripley come. I mean, yeah, you see Rhea Ripley comes out in some kind of costume or comes out to a band, and then you see Becky Lynch. Her original intro talks about her book and has all these different quotes. I thought those were excellent. Um, it was it was very motivational, and also the match overall is pretty good. A lot of back and forth. A lot between Becky Lynch doing the arm drag from the turnbuckle, also the tornado DDT.
Got it.
I thought that was pretty good. Uh, the Riptide, a lot of kicks out between Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley won the title with the Riptide. I liked it. I liked it very much. And
right call, bad call.
All right, you called Rhea Ripley. I called Rhea Ripley.
Okay, we even. Was it the right call?
Yes.
I gave it an A minus. It was an A match. I always give them minus because now we're gonna start seeing a trend now. Everybody kicking out everybody's finishers. All throughout the damn year, one finisher knocks them out. Now all of a sudden at WrestleMania, for more hype, they're kicking out like 2-3 fucking times. I don't get it, but it was the right call. Rhea should not be the throne for a long time. I say let her keep it to the next WrestleMania. Maybe they set up for like her and Bianca in the future, her and Jade. It's a lot of possibilities for Rhea, and Rhea needs bigger matches because she has not really fought anybody. I like to see her and Charlotte go at it again. I think that'll be damn good. But let her have the belt for a long ass time. That to me was the right call. I loved it. Let's get to. I'm gonna go first on this one. What I think is probably one of my top 5 matches of all time, entertainingly. Not I mean overall entertainment. It was a 6-pack ladder match for the undisputed tag team titles. Okay. I thought it was planned perfectly. I thought that was the best way to split the titles back to the brands. I thought it was the most entertaining match I've seen in fucking years. And my man R-Truth never lets me down. he wants to put a tag in for a ladder match. He is so comical funny. I thought it was great spots. Overall, now I'm not gonna get too much into it. I'm gonna let you go. I thought Baylor Prince did a good job. Again, Dunn and Bates, very overrated. They did a fantastic job. New Day, to me, you could do without them. You could put the Yes Boys in. You put the Yes Boys in, that would even make it even better. New Day should never been there. I get it, they got that crap, but they got this snap. They don't really do shit no more. DIY, I'm tired of them. Send back to NXT. Anyway, SmackDown champions is my boys, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Raw champions are the Miz and R-Truth. It was the right call. The right people got them. And before you go, who'd you pick? Who would I pick?
You want me to go with you first, or you want me to go with me first?
You go with you first. Who'd you pick to win?
For both championships, I picked Judgment Day.
And who would I pick?
You picked the Miz and R-Truth.
Yep.
I
got half of it right.
I love the match. It was very entertaining. I mean, like anytime you put R-Truth in a match, and I think I said this before, that one of these days, R-Truth is accidentally going to win a World Heavyweight Championship by accident.
Just for one day. Just give it to him for one day. One day. That's it.
If R-Truth wins the championship, it would be by accident.
Yes, and it will be the funniest thing ever. You gotta give it to him. He deserves it, man. But overall, how'd you feel about the match? It was good.
I love the match. It was pretty good. It was pretty well put out. I got no complaints about that match. I loved it.
Do you agree that it was best for them to split those belts back?
Seeing it now, I didn't see it before. I wasn't looking at it before, prior to WrestleMania, versus looking at it right now in hindsight, considering that there's going to be, I guess, 2 different brands now. Once this draft comes into play, and you definitely need a tag team champions on both shows.
There you go. It's too many tag teams. You can't have them going all around. It's too many tag teams. That was the guy you refused to say his name. That was Vince's idea to put them together. The undisputed tag team. And finally, Triple H said, "Fuck this! I'm splitting that shit up. I'm doing it my way." That's what it came down to. There was Vince's idea. I said it. Vince McMahon, that he fixed Vince's problems. I said it. Let's get on to.
Did I say
Let's
that?
get on to a card, which I thought it was a good match, but you tell me, Rey Mysterio Andrade versus Santos Escobar and my man Dirty Dom Mysterio. I gave it. I know why it was a good match for me, but you go ahead.
It was good. I liked how. Have you noticed the costumes? It reminds me of the Eagles mascot.
It was the Eagles.
It was the Eagles. Okay.
Yeah.
Not to mention the two football players jumped in and helped them win the match. I think it was.
Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson, baby. Philadelphia Eagles. Philly Eagles. Go
Yeah.
baby. Eagles fly.
Yeah, I honestly thought that, and I'll just go ahead and tell you right now. I honestly thought that Dirty Dom and Santos Escobar would win the match, but that didn't happen. Rey Mysterio and Andrade won.
Yep.
I think the right people won that match.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Because I thought you would say the opposite.
The way I was looking at it, well, this is how I was looking at it. The storyline between Rey Mysterio and Dominic, it's still going to continue.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
wouldn't it be, let's just say in the future, wouldn't it be awesome just to have a hair versus mask match with possibly Dominic cutting his hair?
I like that. I like that idea.
That's how I was looking at it. But the storyline has to continue some way for, and remember when I picked Dirty Dom, it was for the storyline to continue and Rey Mysterio still try to avenge that his loss, but that didn't happen.
Let's go continue.
How we don't know yet. I know what I would like to see eventually down the road, them to go at it again, but some kind of stipulation.
Yeah.
To that effect.
Well, yours was a good idea, man. I thought the match was very good, entertaining. I was shocked with the whole Jason Kelsey Lane Johnson thing. I thought that was a nice added touch to it. I thought it was the right call, give it to Ray and Andrade. To me, I still think Andrade's going to turn heel and turn his back on everybody. That's what I think. I think that's if you go build a story, because I like this whole story here, because you don't know which way Andrade is going to lie, this and that. And he was known for past the turning sides all the time. That's what I like to see happen. I want to see him turn heel. That's what I want. Let's get to what I said. I want to go first on this. Yeet versus no Yeet. Which I thought was the dumbest, stupidest WrestleMania match I've ever seen in my fucking life. Jimmy, Jay, no, I love you, all this shit. I thought it was poorly planned. These guys talked about having this WrestleMania moment since they was kids, brother versus brother. It wasn't hyped up enough. They ain't really have a real storyline with it. Okay, yeah, Jimmy cost Jay a couple of title shots. You didn't do a good build with it. They don't really, you can't believe they hate each other. Or Jimmy really, or Jay versus Jimmy. Wasn't even believable. I gave it a fucking F. I'm pissed. I'm giving it an F. Okay. I thought it was a fucking bad match. It was the worst match on the fucking card. The worst match on the weekend. It was worse than the 6-woman tag team match. Okay. So you go.
I was disappointed. I'm not. I mean, like it's brother versus brother. If you have a brother and y'all two have differences, y'all not gonna go at it to get the other one a chance. I mean, brothers versus brother. Y'all really gonna go at it, first and all. I don't know what the hell was that.
Stupid.
I hated the match. It sucked.
If you fought when you was kids, you should did it in the ring. It was terrible. F.
I expected more from them too. A lot more. And
Worst match ever. It was the worst. I can't think of one since WrestleMania. I forgot what that was 31. It was just down to that level. It shouldn't have even been booked. It was terrible. Oh, wait a minute. Who won? So who you picking? Who I picked?
Let's see. Let's see. I don't think we spoke about that one prior to. I think we missed that one.
All right, J1. The Lil Wayne intro with Jay did not fit with his interest music. They did not fit. I wish, off topic of this match. I know Roman and Paul wants to up the Usos and wants to up Solo. You have to give them something better. I understand you're giving them opportunities, okay? But first of all, you sooner or later you got to put a title on Jay. Sometime, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to do something with Solo and Jimmy too. You got to give him a better storyline with this shit. This next phase storyline with them has to improve. They're clowns. I don't like their storylines with these three. Main event Jey Uso, that's all great. You got to do something better with him. You got to do something better. That's just my part.
I mean, like, what would be the whole sense of splitting up that team and then having them on two different brands?
Yeah, and do nothing with them.
Exactly. I mean, you might as well just put them back as a tag team together.
Do nothing with them. Next, sir, we have Damage Control, Dakota Kai, Asuka, Kairi Sane. Which I ain't gonna lie, Dakota Kai was looking damn good that night. I ain't gonna lie. That little black outfit, she was looking good. I ain't gonna lie. Jade Cargill, Buns, Bianca Belair, and Naomi. C plus. It was basically a squash match. Didn't make sense to me. You are degrading Asuka. You're degrading Kairi Sane. Dakota Kai, you're not really bringing her up. I don't like how they like to. I don't like squash matches. Not with stars. Especially established stars. Okay, Jay is supposed to be this monster, this and that. You want to give her a test? Put her against fucking Nia Jax, 1-on-1. Put her against that. Let's see. Let's see these motherfuckers go at it. Give her a challenge. Fuck this baby shit. Okay, that's fine. You put them all together. Three beautiful black women together. Positivity for young black girls in America. That's fine. I just didn't like how they squashed Asuka out of all three of them. Kairi Sane is too damn good. I don't like that part. I gave it a C. I'm being gentle with this. I give it a C. Go ahead. I'm more critical.
Compared to that last 6-woman tag team match, this one was pretty good. I thought. Cargill pins Kai. There just wasn't so much to really say about this match. It didn't last as long as I thought it would.
No. It's just a game on the card. It made no sense to me. You might as well put it with fucking Jay and Jimmy.
I mean, like, to bring in Jay Cargill like this or whatever, you would expect you would expect the match to be a little bit more hype. It was all right.
It was last minute. It was a last minute match. They announced it what, Monday? Monday Night Raw?
Yeah.
Bullshit. All right, let's get to this one right here. We're gonna have a disagreement on this shit. The Intercontinental Championship. My man going through 666 days as reigning champion. That's almost 2 years. Versus Sami Zayn. You go first, sir, because I got some shit to say about this. Go ahead.
Why the fuck Sami Zayn is champion?
Huh?
Why is Sami Zayn champion? Why did he win the belt?
Sami Zayn?
Yeah, why? For what reason? What storyline does he has other than it's just a feel good moment? And this is what really gets under my skin. You put a belt on someone. I don't care what kind of belt it is. You put a belt on someone, whether it's Sami Zayn or you put the championship on Kobe Kingston or Daniel Bryan. and nothing gets done with them. That's the same damn thing that's gonna happen with Sami Zayn. When Gunther should have stayed champion. I totally disagree with this match. I did not like the outcome of it. I don't see the reason why Sami Zayn has to be champion. They should have made Gunther retain the championship and made him lose the championship to someone else at a later time where there was going to be an actual storyline. And this is just so Gunther can be in line for a championship match. What is going to happen with Gunther now? What is his storyline? He has a faction called the Imperial. What then?
Well, my man, I'm gonna put it like this. It was the wrong call. That was an old Vince McMahon call. Yeah, I said his name, Vince. Gunther made the Intercontinental Championship relevant. Like you said, it's a feel-good story for Sami. Sami didn't need it. He did not need it. So you got two ways to go with this. You take the belt off of Gunther. So you must be setting him up, like you said, for a championship run. Okay. The rumor is he's one of the favorites to win the Royal Rumble next year. But what are you doing until then? What's his story? Sami got a couple opportunities. Okay. He owes Chad Gable a favor. They go wrestle next week. You got Bronson Reed. You got some other guys, whatever. That's just Sami crying. And I believe this is real life shit. I'm talking real life. I believe Sami was crying. I need this. I need that. He got his way. Hunter gave it to him. It made no fucking sense at all. It makes no sense for him to end Intercontinental Championship. He's been bitching and complaining. I'm going to be world champion one day. Intercontinental have the world on it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand what is this problem. You better have a good storyline for Sami, and you better set up Gunther for the fucking future. Because to me, Gunther is your future world champion. He is the perfect fucking one. I don't give a fuck. It's undisputed world champion. You gotta put a title on his ass.
Exactly.
He will make that shit relevant and everything like that. It was the wrong call taking that title off of Gunther. So we'll see what happens. So we both picked what? Gunther?
We both picked
right?
Gunther. We both picked Gunther for that specific reason, for him to stay as champion, and for when the right time came to take the belt off him, put him in the line as a main event status for a world championship.
Well, sir, we're gonna find out. Now let's get to the main event, which is probably one of the wildest fucking main events I've ever seen in my life. We can do this shit together. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus The Rock and Roman Reigns. To me, it was an A- match. I knew it was going to happen. I knew that Cody and Seth was going to lose. I knew it was going to lose. I knew it. There was no doubt. I knew they was going to fucking lose. You got to have bloodline rules because setting you up for next night. Okay. I'll talk more about it on the next episode, but you got this one right here. I'm gonna let you have this one.
Okay. Of course. You picked the bloodline. You picked the bloodline because you wanted to see bloodline moves.
Yep.
I picked Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins because I wanted to see one-on-one. I think we both, and we'll talk about this later. I think we both got what we wanted out of this.
Yep.
The right call was for the bloodline to win. My favorite part of the match was when The Rock told the ref, "Where you count us out, you're fired." I thought that is classic heel Rock attitude era. That's what that was.
Hey, I love it.
And then you have Roman Reigns, who may have accidentally spared The Rock. It was good. I loved it. I love the efforts from all four, man. It was it set up the story, like you said. It set it up for what needed to happen tomorrow night, the next night, and I really think that we
Yep.
both got what we wanted on that end.
All right. So overall, night one, what you thought?
Night one was okay. It was good. I'm just gonna put it like that. It was good. It was
Okay.
different. Some twists and turns that I didn't that I didn't see coming, but
Mm-hmm.
it set up. It's night one set up everything for night two, especially what
Okay.
those
So
what I wanted to see, because that was just crap. For me, it was just crap.
so if you had to give it a grade overall, like give me a grade overall, night one.
B minus, C B minus.
I'll give it a C plus because as of right now, before we see night two. All right.
Yeah,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the completion of round one of WrestleMania recap between me and my man Mario. We will see you tomorrow for night two. Peace, everybody.